Good evening, everyone. Welcome to a live session. Okay, a sort of a webinar to clear all your queries on the GRE preparation, admission counseling, and everything. Okay, so in today's session, okay, these 45 minutes we'll be taking a look about what is GRE, why is it required, and apart from that, also what all are the steps if you want to study outside India, okay, for higher education. So first of all, before going to solving all the queries or before going to giving you a general idea or the overall idea regarding GRE and admission counseling, let's first answer the six basic questions which are there, okay, when it comes to GRE. Okay, the six basic questions over here are: first three are regarding GRE and the next three are regarding TOEFL and IELTS. Okay, first of all, what is GRE? Okay, GRE is nothing but a graduate record exam. Okay, it is conducted by ETS organization. This is a graduate record exam. If you want to do MS or PhD, okay, any one of the any higher education like certificate courses also outside India, in preferably countries like USA, UK, Australia, Canada, okay, or European countries, you need to give the GRE exam because it has been worldwide, it is accepted worldwide. Okay, so this is the reason why you want to give GRE, why you should give GRE. If you want to study in these countries, higher education, you have to give GRE exam. GRE exam is generally given after your bachelor's. Okay, after your bachelor's you give the exam, or if you want to do PhD, you give the exam. Or UK or outside India, after your 12th standard, the exam is SAT. You have to give the SATs, okay, and then you can go. Similarly, after your bachelor's, you need to give the GRE exam, okay, then you can go in for MS or PhD for higher education. So GRE is a graduate record exam. It is a gateway for you to go to outside India, like to countries for pursuing higher education, masters and PhD. Now we'll come back to exam pattern and format, okay, later on. First we'll go on to the another important question: what is TOEFL and IELTS? TOEFL and IELTS are English language tests. The students who do not have English as their first language, okay, those who don't have English as their first language, they have to give TOEFL or IELTS, any one of the exam. You don't need to give both of them. You just need to give any one of the exams, either TOEFL or IELTS. This is generally taken by UK and this is generally taken by US. So it is not compulsory that if you are going to US, you have to take TOEFL only. You can take IELTS also. If you are going to UK, you can take IELTS or TOEFL. Both are fine. They nowadays acceptance of both the tests have increased, but there is a mixed feeling among students. Okay, most of the students feel that IELTS is slightly easier than TOEFL. Okay, so you can it depends completely on you. Okay, IELTS is slightly easier than TOEFL. IELTS score is generally a TOEFL score which is there. It is generally out of 120, and this is around about out of 7 or something like that. So over here, TOEFL score, mostly TOEFL is the most popular exam, more popular than IELTS. Okay, out of 120, okay, you should get a score of around about 105 plus. Okay, then it is like okay, very good colleges or gateway for many colleges is like you should have at least 100 or 102 plus into your TOEFL exam. Now, why to give TOEFL or IELTS? By giving TOEFL and IELTS, the US, UK universities which are there, they have the guarantee that you can understand what has been taught in English. Okay, the accent is different, the words they use, the vocabulary they use, it is completely different. For that, you need to give these tests, okay, these English language tests, so that they understand that whatever is being taught over there, you can easily understand, comprehend, as well as reciprocate and write it. Okay, you need to write scientific literature, so you are comfortable with the English language. So that is the reason you have to give these exams. Now, first of all, before moving on to the GRE exam pattern, we'll first understand the exam pattern of TOEFL. Okay, there are actually 4 sections in TOEFL: listening, okay, reading, writing, and speaking. You have to score in all of these. Okay, you have to score in all of these, There are some set marks. Most of the universities, what they have is they have a cutoff, like, okay, in listening out of 30 you should have this much, in reading out of 30 you should have this much, and all that stuff. Okay, such cutoffs are there. These 4 sections, you have to listen something and you have to tell whether it is right or not, or accordingly a question would be given. You will be listening something, writing the answer. You'll have to read something, okay, you'll have to speak, okay, there would be someone who would be monitoring it, and you'll have to write essays or answer to questions. This is generally the pattern of TOEFL. Okay, now over here even IITS follows the same pattern. Now what is the exam pattern and format of GRE? So GRE is generally of 340 marks. Okay, total 340 marks. So there are 3 sections into it. There is a quant section, quantitative aptitude. Then there's the verbal section, which is similar to TOEFL exam. So benefit is that once you prepare for GRE, you also prepare for TOEFL. So whenever you take a date for GRE, after 1 week, like for example, if you're taking, today's date is like say 4th December. If say you take 4th December as your date for GRE, then after 7 days, you can take immediately the date, like 4 plus 7, 11th December, you can take the date as for the TOEFL exam. Because most of your preparation would be done in GRE only, you need slight revision, and the experience of giving a verbal exam like the GRE, okay, it is fresh in your mind. So even in 7 days, you can slightly improve on what mistakes you made in GRE and give your TOEFL. In these 340 marks, okay, now the third section, in these 340 marks, 170 is for quant, 170 is for verbal. Now there's an analytical writing analysis section, analytical writing section, AWA it is called as. Okay, marks of these are not included in these 340. Marks of these are different. Okay, most of the scores that you can find on the websites are related to the marks of these. Okay, out of 340 they want, but it is very important to score good into AWA, because some of the universities are going to have a cutoff for AWA also. Okay, they mentioned specifically that you need to have this much in AWA. Now, because of the corona pandemic, okay, or the COVID-19 pandemic, many of the universities are cancelling the GRE exam for this year only. Next year again, it is going to be there for next year's admits. Okay, as well as TOEFL. TOEFL, I think so you will have to give compulsorily, because TOEFL is something, it is not just seen by the universities, it is also seen by the visa officers. Okay, even they are going to see your TOEFL score, how good you fare into English. So that does not decide whether you will get a visa or not, but it is something to survive in a foreign country. Okay, TOEFL is generally required only for admission. Okay, it is not required for visa, but giving a TOEFL exam gives them the confidence. Fine. So now this is what we call, these are the main important questions that come to your mind when you think about studying at in a foreign country, okay, or gaining foreign education. In this case, okay, the next thing is what steps you have to follow if you want to pursue higher studies outside India, like in USA, UK, Canada, Australia, European countries, France, Switzerland, etc. Okay, the 4 steps are: give your GRE and TOEFL exam. Okay, then there's admission counseling, then there's visa issues, and then you have to fly out of India. I know it's really simple that you are saying only in 4 steps you are giving foreign education. It's not that simple, I understand. Main problem is, first of all, is that the benefit is that we are Indians. Okay, benefit is that we are Indians and we are really good at giving exams. Okay, so GRE, TOEFL exams, many of the Indians crack very easily and they are really good at it. The main problem occurs over here, the admission counseling stuff. In India, the process of admission is that there is a centralized form. Okay, after your 12th CET and everything, there's a centralized form. You fill that centralized form, you give your options for colleges. Based on your marks, you get the you are allotted the colleges. Sometimes management quota is also there. You might go over there and try to take admission into the college of your choice or university of your choice. Right? This is what is there in India, prevalent in India, even after CAT, even after GATE, or whatever it is. Okay. Now the main thing over here, when it comes to USA, UK, everywhere, here every college you have to apply separately. Every college, every university which is there, you have to apply separately. Okay, they do not have any centralized system. So because of which, what happens is that in every college you will have to pay the fee, what we call it as the form fee. Like for example, here centralized form might be of just 1000 rupees, okay, or say 500 rupees. But over here, every college might be having an application fee of $140, $160, and so on. Let us assume that it is $100. So accordingly, say if today it is like 70 rupees, I don't know what it is. So that comes out to be 7,000 rupees. That comes out to be 7,000 rupees for one application. Now, already so there is a problem over here that happens is that you can give around about 40 to 50 choices of colleges. Okay. But when it comes to applying to US, UK, Canada, because of the high application fees, you limit your choices to around about 10 to 12 universities only, because that goes about to 70,000 rupees. Okay. So very important part over here is the admission counseling. Okay. The right kind of guidance over here is required for selecting universities, these 10 to 12 universities where you want an admit. Okay. The perfect combination of what kind of universities are ambitious, where I can get an easy admit, or where there is a 50-50% chance, like moderate universities, to get an admit. Okay. Selecting that combination in these 10 to 12 universities. Okay. Otherwise, there's no point to applying to 10 to 12 easy universities and getting admit in everyone. Anyways, you are going to go to only one college. So this balance which is there regarding an ambitious college, easy admit, and a moderate admit. So right from that moment, evaluating your profile up to submitting your application and waiting for your admits, that is what comes under admission counseling. We are going to check out this section in detail in this webinar. Okay, because this is where we lack. As Indians, our drawback is that we lack over here, because a lot of writing work and everything is there. So this is where the real problem lies, where we don't get good admits. Okay, because people are unaware what to do. They don't get quality material, quality service. That is the reason they are unaware. And we have a very different admission service. And in US, there is a really a completely different admission service. The third step is visa. Once you get an admit, all your financials are done, you have to apply for visa. Once that visa gets approved, you fly out of India. Now, why I have written visa as a separate step? Even if you get an admit, if you don't do well in a visa interview, your visa might get rejected. Okay, I have personal experiences where close associates of mine, they had really good everything, but they were not careful regarding visa documents. They were not careful regarding visa interview, and their visa got rejected even when they had a really good admit. Okay, so it does not happen always, unless and until you are very careless, or you are not careful, or you are not answering what they are asking. Okay, definitely your visa will not be granted. Do not think about the visa norms that are happening. Okay, do not think about what Trump might have done, or whatever the new Joe Biden, who is the president, what he might bring in and everything. Okay, you are going on a student visa. Okay, that generally doesn't get hampered. Okay, students are allowed. Students go over there, take quality education. Okay, and come back. So whatever is there, so visa is a very important step. You have to pay close attention to it as you do for admission counseling. Okay, and then flying out of India, the do's and don'ts and everything. So you have to be the packing, the lots of packing, the entire month you keep on packing and everything, because you have to fly out of India, and then you realize while flying that this is not allowed in the flight, that is not allowed in the flight, all those things that are there. So that's a really important step actually. You don't realize the efforts that go into there, because it is like you are very happy that you are getting into a really nice university. Okay, you're getting a chance to go out of India, so you're very happy. So you don't realize the amount of efforts that take in over there when you try to fly out of India, because you need to find the accommodation and everything. Okay, so these are the 4 steps. We are going to see admission counseling in detail right now in this webinar. And before going to that, let's see the syllabus of the GRE and TOEFL exam, so you get an idea on reading that, okay, this is something which is in your hands. It is not something out of the world or alien to you. Okay, let's see the syllabus for GRE. GRE has 3 sections, like I told you. First is the quantitative reasoning. And what does the quant reasoning section do? It measures the basic mathematical skills, understands elementary mathematical concepts, okay, whether you understand it or not, and ability to reason quantitatively, and to model and solve problems with quantitative methods. Okay, now this is just a list of topics. It does not mean that it is going to be the thing. Okay, only these would be asked. No, arithmetic topics like properties and types of integers, divisibility, factorization, all the number system questions which are there, they are a part of it. Okay, please remember, anything you learned from like 5th to 12th standard, okay, there is a very good chance that it would be asked in GRE. Okay, mostly higher level maths like calculus, trigonometry is not asked. Okay, even if you have studied it in 10th standard and everything, it is not asked. You can check out. Okay, content in these areas include high school mathematics and statistics. It does not include trigonometry, calculus, or other higher level mathematics. Okay, then in algebra, what you have is operations with exponents, factoring, simplifying algebraic expressions, and everything with slight practice. Okay, being engineers, okay, with slight practice, what is going to happen is that you're going to score. I have the guarantee you can score above 160 in quant. So always try to keep an aim of 165 plus out of 170 in quant, because most of the engineers are definitely going to get above 150. Okay, definitely around 80% will get above 150. Then the rest, out of this 80%, okay, many of them are going to get above 160. So you have to keep a target of 165 plus. GRE test is very adaptive. Okay, what does it mean to be adaptive? It is absolutely adaptive. That means that, say for example, an easy question comes to you, you answer it, okay, then slightly one level above the question would be, the next question would be one level above this, you answer it, next question would be slightly one level above it. So it is like, it is very adaptive, and it tries to find a ceiling at a point, okay, where you might stop or what your intellectual level is, right? So please remember that the more you practice, the more focused your preparation is, the better, because this is one area, quant, okay, where you can score a lot, okay, and that matters a lot, right? So quantitative reasoning is a very important area. There's algebra, there's geometry, like for triangles, Pythagorean theorem, angle measurements, okay, circle area and everything about circle, cone, cylinder and everything. Okay, now the ability to construct proofs is not tested. No one is going to ask you proof as long as you know the formula. Okay, data analysis includes statistics, mean, median, mode, range. Then there's interpretation of data like tables and graphs, pie charts, line graphs, bar graphs, circle graphs, everything, box plots, scatter plots, frequency distributions and everything is there. There's also probability distribution and random variables. Okay, conditional probability, permutation, Venn diagram. So these questions are also asked. But when you talk about random variables and probability distributions, please beware, it is not of engineering level. Okay, it is not of really advanced level. Okay, it is of a high school level, but still basics of random variables, probability is definitely asked. Okay, so this is the syllabus for quant. Let's move on to the next one, that is analytical writing measure. So analytical writing section, which is there, it has two separately timed analytical writing tasks. First is the 30-minute analyze and issue task. Second is a 30-minute analyze and argument task. The issue task, which is there, okay, there's a small doubt. There's a doubt that what is a GRE test? Okay, I'm hearing about it for the first time. So GRE test, which is there, it is used. Okay, GRE test is conducted by the ETS organization, and it is used to give you admission to foreign universities like US or UK university. So if you want to complete your master's or PhD in US or UK or Canada, Australia, whatever it is, you have to give the GRE exam. Just like after 12th, if you want to do engineering in India, you have to give the JEE, or if you want to do medical, you have to give the NEET exam, or state board CET you have to give, okay, for engineering or even medical. So like that, if you want to take admission for masters or PhD in US, UK, Canada, Australia, European countries, France, etc., you need to give the GRE exam. Okay, just like for MBA, you need to give the GMAT exam. MBA, this is for MBA in outside India. Inside India, in IIM, you have to give the CAT exam. Same way GRE is there. Okay, so let's come back to the syllabus for GRE, analytical writing. Now, what is the issue task? Issue task presents an opinion on an issue of general interest, followed by specific instructions on how to respond to that issue. You are required to evaluate the issue, consider its complexities, and develop an argument with reasons and examples to support your views. So issue task, which is there, a issue would be given, okay, a general topic would be given, like for example, elections or something like that. A very general topic is there. Based on that, you have to evaluate, analyze the issue and put your views. Okay, you have to formulate an opinion and you have to give examples to support your view. You cannot just say that, okay, for example, this is a pen, okay, and you have to write about it. You can't just say that this is a nice pen. Why is it nice? You have to give the reason over here. Okay, this is like what we call as analyzing an issue. Okay, the next is the argument task. Argument task requires you to evaluate a given argument according to specific instructions. You will need to consider logical soundness of the argument rather than agree or disagree with the position it presents. So an argument would be given. Whether you agree with it or disagree with it, it doesn't matter. What you have to check whether that argument which is there, it is based on logical soundness. Okay, whatever the person is saying, if the person whatever argument is presented, if the argument is presented logically, then okay, you can talk about it. It doesn't matter whether you agree or disagree, what your personal opinions are there over there. Okay, now there's another doubt. Is it necessary to give if you have to take admission in Germany? It depends completely on the university. German universities, you may have to give the GRE exam if you want to go to German universities. Okay, where you want to go, first you need to check those universities whether they want GRE exam or not. So what you can do is you can evaluate your profile. You can check out, okay, in Germany I like these universities because the courses, what course you want to do, based on that you can find out what university you want to go to. Okay, based on the list of universities you can check which of them require GRE, which of them don't require GRE. Okay, so it depends on university, but most of the universities, okay, in the world require GRE. Now after analytical writing, let's move on to the next one, the verbal reasoning section. Now the syllabus looks very small, but the preparation is slightly tough. Okay, tough means not in the sense, because the problem is that the way they construct their English, it is slightly different from the way we have learned. Okay, the way the words, the vocabulary which is there in the regular use is sort of a very flowery language or very heavy vocabulary when it comes to us. That is the reason most practice or is required for verbal reasoning section. Okay, the three parts of it is our reading comprehension that you are well aware of, text completion and sentence equivalence. Text completion means fill in the blanks. Okay, the blanks can be anything. They can ask you to put in prepositions, conjunctions, or entire phrase, anything. Sentence equivalence is slightly different, but it is similar to text completion. For example, they'll give one sentence, okay, and there is going to be only one blank. Okay, this is the sentence, start of the sentence, end of the sentence. There is only one blank, and there are going to be 6 options. Okay, A, B, C, D, E, F, but there are going to be 6 options. You have to choose 2 options, like for example, this and this, which can fit the blank perfectly. That does not necessarily mean that 2 and 4 are synonyms. No, you have to choose the words you have to choose 2 options which fit the blank perfectly. They may be synonyms, may not be synonyms, whatever it is, but they make the sentence complete and give a proper meaning to the sentence. So this is where vocabulary is very, very important. Okay, synonyms, antonyms, the verb form, the noun form. That is the reason in GRE, vocabulary is absolutely important. Okay. Now there's another doubt. Do US universities have domain as engineering management? Yes. US universities have an engineering management degree. Okay, you can have engineering management. Okay, you can have M engineering also. It is sometimes called as M engineering, engineering management, which is there. Okay, or masters in see, the problem is in US you will have MS. Okay, that is Master of Science, then Master of Engineering, and some of them also called M engineering as engineering management, but it is a completely different degree, engineering management. Okay, that gives you the best of both worlds, engineering as well as management. So those who want to go at a CEO level or at a management level compulsorily, okay, they can prefer engineering management. Fine. So this gives you a choices of management related courses as well as engineering related courses, helping on both fronts. So now coming back to the verbal syllabus. So this is the verbal syllabus. Now after giving your GRE, the real test starts, because then comes admission counseling. Now this is where we are really weak. Now what does admission counseling mean? I'll tell you the entire steps for admission counseling. Admission counseling means the first step is profile evaluation. Okay, we are going to check every step in detail, from profile evaluation to your visa. This is what entire admission counseling actually covers. Okay, visa part is different, but the moment by the time you apply for visa, till that point of time is what admission counseling covers. Fine. Now there's another doubt. Along with GRE, what exam should we give? IELTS or TOEFL? You can give any one. Don't give both. Either you can give IELTS or TOEFL. Any one is fine. Okay. Most of the US universities accept both of them. Okay. But this is more popular in US. This is more popular in UK. Okay. And some of the students say, some of them say that IELTS is slightly easier than TOEFL. Both of them are English language tests. Okay. It requires two tests. One is GRE and other is an English language test, which is IELTS and TOEFL. Okay. So there is a combination of two tests, GRE plus one of the two tests, either this or this. Okay. I'll write or over here. One of. Now, from profile evaluation to visa. Now, profile evaluation, what does it mean? It means university shortlisting. Based on your exam score, based on your entire profile, you have to shortlist universities. Around about 10 to 12 universities you can apply to, because you can apply to more also if you want to spend that much amount of money. Okay. But generally students try to apply to 10 to 12 universities. Okay. You shortlist the universities over here. Profile evaluation is shortlisting of universities, going through your entire profile to see what program is best for you. What program, like for example, MSc, MS, M engineering, engineering management, MIM, or like that. Okay, a lot of programs are there. Which program is best suited for you? Okay, suits you. This is the meaning of profile evaluation. We also need to check while shortlisting universities that whether you fit in the criteria of university shortlist of that university. Otherwise, your GPA out of 4, okay, that is final marks, aggregate out of 4 might be say 3.5, but the university criteria might be 3.6. Then there's no use of shortlisting that university. You need to check all the criteria and see whether you are eligible to apply. After you being eligible to apply, then the competition starts. Okay. Now the competition which is there, the competition after university shortlisting comes online application. Okay. You have to apply to each of those 10 to 12 universities personally. Okay. You have to apply it. You have to make sure that the application has all the information. Along with the application, you have to provide letter of recommendations. Okay. Letters, I'll call it LORs. Okay. Then you have to provide a statement of purpose, SOPs, fine. And along with that, some essays. And then you can submit the online application. Along with it, you also need to provide your mark sheets and everything. Okay. These are common things which are there. The main problem that happens is over here for us and these three things. Because these are creative things, these writings, these three parts which are there, letter of recommendations, SOP, essays are creative things. And this is something which we are unaware of. Which universities are good, okay? Which of them are like very moderate universities, and it is best to stay in India and invest that money in India rather than going over there into a substandard university. Because there are many a times it happens is that just to make sure that you get an admission, you take an admission into a very low ranked university, okay? Not so good university where opportunities are not good. So then what happens is that whatever money you are investing, that you won't get that much amount of returns. Okay. So avoid such things. That is the reason university shortlisting is a very, very important thing. Okay. That is the first thing that is going to decide, make or break your career. But obvious, after going over there, you have to study. Otherwise, nothing would be free as such. Okay. So now, after this, after filling in the online application, you submit your application by paying the application fees. Then you have to wait. You have to wait to get an admit. After getting an admit, you have to check out for financial documents, loans and everything. If you have something like you want to fund your own education, either you can take a loan, or if you have that much amount of money, you can show that, okay, you can pay the fees. You get the I-20 document, okay, which is useful for getting loans. Then this I-20 you have to show to the visa officer, submit other documents, and then you get the visa. Okay. So after getting the admit also, it is a very hassle. Okay. Make sure that all the financials are there. Reply to the university, make sure you accept the admit. Okay. Get the I-20 from the university, apply for the visa and everything. So every stage is very important. Okay. Now over here, after submitting application admit, sometimes while online application, you might be asked for scholarships. That if you want a scholarship, if you want a research assistantship, teaching assistantship, so you have to fill the forms regarding that also. So that if you get scholarship, the fees, tuition fees which you pay, the amount you're spending over there, that gets reduced. Okay. Also, the money which you are going to get, that is going to be helpful for you to survive over there. Sometimes after submitting your application, you first have to submit the application, then only you can apply for scholarships, or what we say is that a research assistantship or teaching assistantship. Okay. So scholarships are a part right from online applications. For every university, requirement is different. Not just university, you can try to check out scholarships from other avenues also. It is not just that the university will be providing you scholarship. Okay. There are other avenues also where you can get scholarship, which people are unaware. Okay. This is the basic regarding admission counseling. Okay. Now, after admission counseling, now what we are going to do is understanding the entire overall process. Now we are going to check out each admission counseling section one by one. First stage which is there is university shortlisting or profile evaluation. You have gone, you have given your GRE, you have got some score out of 340. You have also given your TOEFL or IELTS. Okay, IELTS. Okay, you have got some score over here, you have got some score over here, X and Y. Based on these scores, first of all, you will have to shortlist universities. Okay. Go about roundabout shortlisting 30 universities, 25 to 30. Then see your budget, how much you are ready to pay or spend on this. Then narrow down to around 10 universities. Okay. Now the criteria while shortlisting the universities would be what? Whether it fits in your budget. Now many of them have a inclination that this is the east coast of US, this is the west coast of US. Okay, USA. Now many of them have an inclination that I want to study in east coast only, or some of them have the inclination that I want to study in west coast only because California is there, Silicon Valley is over there only. So it is like, check those preferences also. There are more than 100 universities, 150 universities that you might have to check. You need to go to their website. Okay, go to their website, check out their programs. Okay, whatever are there. Okay, then after checking out their website, if you like the program, if you like the research, if everything is in budget, whether your marks are fitting the admission criteria or not, check out what the rank of the university is. Please don't go everything by rank, okay, of the university. Rank of university is misleading, okay, almost all times. Because see, if a university is ranked number 5 in US, okay, 5th rank, yes, it is 5th rank, it is really good university, but that does not mean that the 7th rank university is slightly lower than the 5th rank. It might happen that for your specific program, like say for mechanical, this 7th rank university might be slightly better than this 5th rank university. For example, if you try to check out for computer science, the universities which have in the top 10, okay, and the university which is 11th, okay, that 11th university ranks in the top 3 universities, top 3 universities for mechanical. Many a times this has happened. So your program specific rankings are very important. Okay, you don't have to check the overall ranking of the university. That is the first mistake which students do. Now there's someone who's asking that, can we apply after in the 7th semester or after completion of degree we have to apply? Now I'll come to that question. But before that, I'll just talk about university shortlisting first. Okay. Now over here, on shortlisting your university, going to all the websites of around about 150 universities, 150 plus universities of US. I'll give you an example of US, okay, because that is the most popular destination. Even Canada has around about more than 20-30 universities which are really good. It has more, but good universities are around about 30 plus in Canada. Okay. So, and US has more than 150 universities which are really good and give good opportunities to students. So you go to the website, you shortlist the universities, you see for your entire profile, that means your marks, GPA marks, or aggregate marks, then what all projects you have done, what all optional subjects you have taken, what is your basic degree. Based on that, based on the entire profile, okay, you can shortlist universities, round about 10 of them. Okay. Now these 10 universities which are there, they shouldn't be the universities where you are going to get an admit, or no one can guarantee that you 100% you are going to get an admit into a university. Okay, this guarantee no one can give, because anything can happen. It is a foreign country. Okay, government has no control over it. Indian government, it is like if you are getting a seat, if you say definitely it is going to happen. Why? Because government has control over what happens to the admissions. Now over here, never choose 10 universities where you'll definitely, or where you have a good chance of getting admit, because what is going to happen anyways, you are going to go into only one university. Okay, now what happens, rest of the 9 who are going to be waste. So generally you have to divide it into various sections. 3 sections are ambitious, moderate and easy. Have around about 4 universities which are easy to get into, like there is a sort of an 80% chance that you will get an admit. Okay, then comes moderate. Have 4 moderate universities that, like, there is around about 50% chance that you might get an admit. And have 2 universities which are ambitious, like there is a 10% or 20% chance that you might get in an admit. Now, what do you mean by ambitious university? For example, if you are getting a GRE score of 305, okay, it is an average score. Okay, but with 305 score, if you are trying to attempt to get into the top 30 schools of US or top 30 universities, it is absolutely difficult. I am not saying impossible. I am not saying impossible. I am saying absolutely difficult. Okay, because the entire world will be trying to get into the top 30 universities. This is where what we call it as ambitious university. There is hardly a 10-20% chance that you might get into over there. They might feel you might want to apply, but applying only to ambitious universities is also not good, because if you don't get an admit from any of them, then you are wasting your money. Okay, so have 2 of them ambitious. Why to have ambitious and moderate? At the end, you should not have the regret that I should have applied to a higher level university or better quality university. Okay, at least you will feel that, okay, with 4 and 2 I have applied to some higher quality universities than the admit that I'm getting. Okay, so there is a very good chance that if I get into this is going to be really awesome, and if I don't get, still I'm going getting a good university. Even if I'm getting an easy admit, still it is a good university only. Okay, so that is the reason, just to not have any regrets, always divide it into 4. Because see, if you get an admit into any one of this is going to make your life. It is like, for example, in CET you get say 160 out of 200. Okay, CET marks are 160 out of 200. So you know that you are going to get a college, okay, say XYZ college, and the top 10 colleges which are there, they are A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Okay, 3, 3, 6, 7, H, I, J. Okay, so these are the top 10 colleges. If what you do is, for 160 marks you apply to XYZ, YZA, okay, ZAB, these colleges you apply to, but you also fill the forms for 1 or 2 institutes of these top 10, like say for I and J you also fill, okay, these 2 institutes. Why? You feel that if I get over there, then it is like these are good colleges, but that is going to make my life. Okay, that is the same logic that we use over here for ambitious, moderate and easy, okay, while choosing the universities. Now this is regarding university choosing. Now there's a doubt that can we apply, when should we apply? Okay, 7th semester or after completion degree? It depends on when you want to fly to US. Okay, so the timeline, now I'm going to tell you how the timeline should be. Ideal timeline. What I'm going to do is I'm going to erase all of this. I'm going to erase all of this and I'm going to tell you what the timeline should be. For example, this is today. Today is June 2020. Okay, this is June 2020. You are going to pass in June 2021. This is where you are going to pass out. And in August 2021, you want to go to US, because semesters in USA start in August 2021 or September 2021. So in August, you want to fly to US immediately in 2 months. Okay, July and August. Fine. So right now you have entered your final year in June 2021 to June 2021. This is your final year, 4th year, okay, of Bachelor's of Engineering, or 3rd year of your BSc, BCS, whatever program you are going through, or the last year of your Masters. So June 2020 to 2021 is your final year. Today is June 2020. The timetable will be like this. By September or October, you are going to give your GRE exam 2020, okay? You are going to give your GRE exam and TOEFL exam. Fine. In November, December, you are going to apply to US universities for fall 2021. August 2021 is also called as fall 2021. There are 2 intakes. What do you mean by intakes? That means in a year, US universities give admissions 2 times. Okay, one is in January, February, and other is for August, September. Okay, this is Jan, Feb, and the other one is for August, September. This is known as spring. This is known as fall. Fall means winter. Okay, spring means sort of summer, before summer. Okay, sort of spring is there. Now over here, if now ideally around about 80 to 85% students of the world go for fall. Okay, why? Because our educational year is also modeled accordingly. Like we pass out in June 2021 and immediately our masters will start immediately after that. Okay, so our educational year is also modeled accordingly. So now what happens over here is January, Feb, spring and fall. So I'm telling you the fall timetable. Okay, right now this is for fall. Timetable for fall 2021. That is nothing but August 2021, where you want to fly to US. Okay, you will be flying over here. Now, November, December of 2020, you are going to apply for fall 2021. Okay, application would be given. Then you'll have to wait up till March. Okay, March, April, you are going to get the admits or reply from the universities. You might get it earlier also. Then in May and June, you are going to apply for visa. Your visa is going to come March, April 2021, May, June 2021. You are applying for visa. Once your visa is approved in August, September 2021, you are going to fly to US. Okay, and your classes will start. This is what is there for fall. Now let us start with spring 2021. Okay, spring 2021, the semester is going to start in Jan, Feb 2021. For that, you have to give the GRE in round about April, March and May. In this, you have to give your GRE and TOEFL. Okay. After giving these exams in April, March and May, you will have the time period of June, July, okay, and August for applying. Okay, for spring, only for spring intake. Spring, this is for April, March, May 2020, June, July, August 2020. This is for spring admission. Okay. Now, on getting an admit, you'll get generally an admit in round about November, October or November. Okay, or max December it might happen. 2020. This is where you are going to get the admit. Immediately, you can't wait. Immediately in December or Jan 2020 and 2021, you have to apply for visa. Visa gets stamped. Immediately in Jan, you have to fly out. Because by Jan end or Feb, okay, your classes are going to start. Now, those universities whose classes are going to start in Jan, definitely they'll try to give you an admit in October, November, because then you will get around about 1 month to apply for visa and fly out to US. Okay, so they won't do like classes are starting in Jan and December end they give you the admit. They understand that visa has to be given. Okay, so round about only 15 to 20% students apply for spring admission. Because why? The number of seats are less. Number of seats are really huge for fall. Okay, this is what is there. Okay, now there's another doubt: USA versus Canada. It depends on what area you want to go. It completely depends where you are getting a good university and what area you want to go and what is your criteria. If it is just education, or if you are talking from the job perspective, or if you are talking from the quality of education or research perspective, or living standard perspective. Okay. Now for fall 2022, very easy, be careful. Fall 2022, this is 2022. That means you are going to fly to US in August 2022, because you are going to pass out when? You are going to pass out in June 2022. Immediately in 2 months, you'll fly to US. You have to give the GRE in September, October 2021. Then November, December 2021, you have to apply. That is 1 year from now. Then March, April 2022, you'll get admits. May, June 2022, you are going to get visa. August, September 2022, you are going to fly to US. Okay, and your lectures are going to start. Right? So generally you give GRE in the 7th semester. So that why? you give the GRE in 7th semester and apply in the 7th semester to the US universities. Why? So that as soon as the 8th semester ends, in 2 months after it, like June, 8th semester is going to end, you are going to pass out in 2 months. Okay, in 2 months you fly to US. This is the basic timeline which is there. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Online application. For every university, you have to go to their admission portal. You have to create the username. Okay, you have to create the username. You have to create the password which is there, and then you have to fill the application form. The application form is asked in real detail. Okay, it is not so easy. You have to be very careful about the details you fill. You cannot give any false information. It gets cross-checked hundreds of times. Okay, so whatever information is there, you have to fill it very, very, very properly. Okay. Now, the next one, after online application. Now, along with online applications, there are a few elements of online applications which have to be done simultaneously while filling the form. Okay, what those elements are, let us see. Those are letter of recommendation, statement of purpose, and essays. If you want an admission into university, your professors of college, or your manager or supervisor at your work, okay, they have to give you a letter of recommendation. Unless and until letter of recommendation is there, you are not going to get an admit in US. Okay, letter of recommendations, they are also called as LORs. Statement of purpose is also called as SOP. Okay, so LORs are utmost important. So you have to contact, once you, if you decide that you want to go, once you give your GRE, you have to contact your professors or the manager where you are working. You have to tell them that you want to go to US, so please provide a letter of recommendation. Okay, once they are ready to provide a letter of recommendation, while filling the online application form, you have to give their email IDs. Then a link directly goes to the professor and the manager, and then they click on the link and write the recommendation over there or upload the recommendation over there. Okay, so it is not that you have to do it, the professor or the manager has to do it. That is the reason it is very important. Okay, their recommendation carries a lot of weight. Academic letter of recommendation means a LOR written by a professor. It has more weight than a manager or a professional letter of recommendation. Okay, than a professional LOR. Academic LOR is more carries more weight and has more impression than the professional LOR. Next is SOP. SOP is sort of an essay which talks about you, why you should be selected for this, why a seat has to be given to you. Okay, that is the what we say, meaning of statement of purpose. Like, what is your purpose of coming to this university? What is your purpose of taking this degree? What is your purpose of higher education? What you want to do? What is your career goal? Okay, now over here there's a doubt that due to COVID-19 pandemic, university or colleges in abroad has started physically, or we can do lecture virtually via Meet, Teams, etc. Now what happens is that due to COVID-19 pandemic, many of the universities, what they have done is, instead of starting, they have shifted their admits 6 months ahead. Okay, starting the semester has moved 6 months ahead. And even if you go to US, okay, and even if you start the semester, you go over there, you show the documents and everything, and then you stay in US in home and try to complete the lectures over there. Okay, from home only, virtually. Now no one is going in the university as such, but if you get an admission, you have to physically go to US over there. Okay, because they want to check out who the person is. Otherwise people might forge the admissions and everything. Okay, but still it depends on you also. Okay, you can check out what each university's requirement is. If the university is fine with you through Google Meet or Zoom, then it is okay. Okay, next is the essays. Along with statement of purpose, sometimes, not always, sometimes essays are asked. Like, they give you a small question, you have to answer the question. Okay, so essays are similar to statement of purpose. Now statement of purpose includes your academic achievements, your experience, okay, research experience, anything published, paper published. It should not be the same as your resume. Okay, don't write resume in paragraph form. Something more should be there. Okay, like we did this project, final year project, and this project which is there, okay, this project which is there, that helped me gain technical skills in this and this, which is not written in resume. Okay, we can't write a statement like this, that this project taught me this and this things. So that we can write in statement of purpose. So sort of an analytical thing about your experience and your life has to be presented. Then also you have to mention why you want to go to that specific university. Okay, why that university, why you want masters only, why not directly PhD, why not do a certificate course and everything. Okay, so these are what we call as the questions which a statement of purpose answers. Okay, this is where we lack a lot, because the writing skill which is required for this, okay, this is where we lack, and we seek professional help. Okay, this is where professional help, just like university shortlisting is a really tedious task, writing these is also tedious task. You can't have just one draft and give it to every university. You have to make the changes according to every university. Okay, so a professional help over here really helps to us. Okay, because then writing this is not an easy task. It is not an exam essay which you write in 3 hours. Okay, sometimes people take more than a month to write these drafts. These have to be really good, because these are going to create the first impression. Whatever the people read in the drafts, okay, that has to create an impression, and they have to be convinced to give you admission. Now there's a doubt, can we give GRE after diploma? Actually no, you cannot give after diploma, but okay, there are some programs. Okay, there are some programs. Okay, after 12th standard, if you want to go after diploma, if you give GRE, okay, GRE is for getting admission for masters. You have not even done bachelor's. How can you give GRE after after diploma? You can't give GRE after diploma or 12th. You can give the exam called as SAT, SATs. Okay, you can check out the eligibility of diploma for SATs. Okay, on giving SATs, you are going to get admission for bachelor's, undergraduate coursework. After your bachelor's, you give GRE, then you can get the admit for master's or PhD. Okay. Now, this writing part which is there, that is really difficult, and we need creative people to write this. Okay, professionals are required to write this, because the better your documents, the better the chance of your admit increases exponentially. If you are really very good, but you are not able to express yourself or tell your achievements or anything properly, then your chances of admit go down really, really very low. Okay, because you need to express, you need to show whatever you have done. Okay, you sort of need to sell yourself, and these documents, letter of recommendations, statement of purpose, and essays are the medium of selling yourself. It's like a salesman. A salesman might not have any knowledge, much knowledge. Okay, he might, or let's say that a salesman is there, he is educated, but still he is not able to, he knows everything about the product, but he is not able to sell properly. But an uneducated, say, farmer who is there, okay, he brings in vegetables every day to your door, and he convinces you to buy the vegetables. Like, okay, it's very fresh, you're not going to get right at your doorstep, I've come for today only, the prices are very low, and so like that. So these are the things. So you need to be able to sell yourself. Even if you are good, if you're not able to sell yourself, then nothing can happen. Okay. Now there's a doubt that what should be a score that one must at least score in GRE and ITS. Below that, nothing can happen. To tell you honestly, there is no such score when it comes to GRE and ITS that nothing can happen. Okay, because there are universities who don't require GRE to give you admit. If you have very low score, or if you are not given GRE, you can apply to those universities where GRE is not required. So there is no low score. Low score will only give you low ranked university. Okay, low score is going to give you only low ranked university. That is only the drawback that is going to happen. And passing out from a low ranked university is not a good, because you are going to a foreign country and investing a lot of amount. Okay, now after letter of recommend, after writing all these drafts, you upload the drafts in the online application. Okay, on uploading the drafts in the online applications, then you go and submit the application. After submitting application, you stay, okay, put till March, for fall season till March. Okay, March you will start getting admits or replies from the universities that you have admitted, or you are not admitted, or we like your profile, so we would like, instead of MS, we would like to give you admission for M engineering. Okay, or we like your profile, but we don't have vacancy for MS, so go in for a certificate course. We have this course, you can try to go for that also. So like that, options like that, answers would be there. So once you get an admit to the desired course, like say I'm getting an admit for MS, okay, what you'll do is immediately you'll reply to the university that I want to take admission, and then you should apply to the university with the financial documents which the university asks. Okay, it is a proof that you have enough money. Then the university, if say you are going to take a bank loan, you can tell to the university that I'm going to take a bank loan. Then the university is going to provide you I-20. This document is required to get a bank loan. This document is also required to show at the visa part. Okay, and then you go in for, you sort out all the financials, you apply for visa, you go for a visa interview, you get your visa stamped, and then you fly for US. Okay, fly towards a bright future. Once your visa has been stamped, you fly towards a bright future. That the bright future, why? Because the opportunities over there are immense. Okay, I'll give you an example. Say in India, okay, educational institutes are really good, no doubt about it. But for one seat, around about 50 students compete. Okay, round out 50. Actually, at postgraduate level, it is 500 students. Okay, for one seat. Number of seats are very limited. But say, forget 500, I'll write 50 only. For one seat, 50 students compete and only one of them gets the seat. When you go to outside universities like USA, okay, over there, what happens is that the quality institutes are, number of quality institutes are huge. Okay, several institutes are really, really, really awesome. And over there, round about one student has an option of getting into 2 universities, 2 to 3 universities. So sort of one student has 2 to 3 seats. So he has choice where he wants to go. Okay, but that does not mean that just because choice is there, universities are not good. No, the number of universities over there are really good. Okay, not many students apply because of the costing or because they want to stay in India or something like that, because of their own reason. That is the reason. What happens is that not many students apply. That is the reason many students, they get options of good universities. Now in US, what happens is, the best part about studying abroad, not just US, okay, it's about UK also, Canada also. Not just that, the best part about studying abroad is the high tech which is there, studies which are there, like technological advancements. You get exposure right away. The labs over there are highly polished. They are highly state of the art, and whatever latest research is going on, that is going on over there. Okay, so you get direct exposure to that. That experience helps you to get an internship. This internship, you can convert it into a job. Okay, this internship, you can convert it into a job. Over there, studying in a good university, internships which are there, they also are into really good companies like Amazon, okay, Intel, then Nvidia, Intuit, okay, Dropit, everyone, Google, and everywhere. And then if you work really very hard and do an amazing job over there, you can convert it into a job offer. Right? So this is what is the admission counseling thing which is there. Okay. Now, where does the expertise of Talent Battle come in? Talent Battle will help you right from preparing for GRE till you fly to US. Expertise of Talent Battle is right from the scratch up till the end, till you land in US. Okay, we can provide you help right from GRE preparation, giving your exam, then admission counseling, okay, then your visa, until you fly to US. Okay, we are absolutely experienced when it comes to admission counseling. Like till now, okay, we have admission counselors who have more than 7 years experience, that is 7+ years experience, okay, in this field, and they have placed students or given admits. Not, we don't give admits, but the profiles that they have generated, the documents that they have generated, have led to students getting admits into 100 different universities. If you count the total different universities where students have gotten an admit, there are 100 universities. Actually, it is 100 plus, okay, including this season also. So 100 plus universities which are there where students have gotten admit. So the experience which is there, that is really huge when it comes to the counselors of Talent Battle. Okay. Also, variety of different innovative ways are used to teach. Innovative ways are used to teach you regarding help you preparing for GRE. Quant section we are really good at, and for verbal section we try to use very different and innovative ways for you to help you remember the vocabulary, the type of practice questions. The material which we have is soon. So admission counseling services we have already started. Okay, you can avail those. GRE classes we are going to start soon, by the end of this month or the first week of January. We will be starting the GRE preparation classes. Okay, the batch of GRE is going to start, first batch. Admission counseling, you can avail the benefit right now. If you have given GRE, if anyone has given GRE and wants to take admit and wants admission counseling services, then we have already started it. You can go in for university shortlisting and everything over here. Okay, so these services have already been launched. You can go to the Talent Battle website to get an idea regarding the packages which are there, which are going to help you gain a good admit. Now, apart from the expertise of Talent Battle, very important thing is why to choose Talent Battle. Okay, first thing is the experience. 7+ years of experience the counselors and the admission counseling committee has. Okay, the trainers which we have for GRE, they themselves are a master of quantitative aptitude as well as the verbal section and the AWA section. Okay, so they'll help you prepare for GRE and TOEFL exams. Okay, in between we call in people who themselves have scored 113 out of 120, 115 out of 120, and so much things. Okay, so in TOEFL, in GRE also they have scored about 320 out of 340. So these are really good scores which get you admit into top 25 colleges of the world. Okay, so people who have scored these, okay, they are going to help you guide, okay, how to score really good stuff over there. Okay, GRE, TOEFL, whatever is there, they'll help you guide how they'll guide you. They'll help you prepare for your GRE and TOEFL exam. Apart from that, there's an online portal, okay, available with Talent Battle, which will give you an idea how to attempt the exams. Okay, what kind of questions are there? A huge question bank of quality material which is modeled on similar lines, okay, of GRE and TOEFL exam. Okay, that is there. Okay, material is of very premium quality at Talent Battle. So over here, choosing Talent Battle over, okay, there's a doubt. Building a profile, internship or job experience does play any major role in building strong profile? Absolutely. Okay, your internship, the project which you did in internship, whether it is related to the field in which you want to do your masters, then the freelancing work which you do, all these which are there, these are absolutely important when it comes to building a strong profile. Okay, it is not just your marks, GPA or the aggregate which is there. Okay, your academic project that you have done. Very important thing that I would like to point out is the extracurricular activities which are there. Okay, the extracurricular activities in which you participate, those are an important factor when it comes to strengthening your profile. A strong profile has strong extracurricular activities also. Okay, because foreign universities love the people who are into extracurricular activities. They love the people who are like into community service, charity, okay, NGO work and everything. Okay, to build a strong profile, it is not a one-day thing. You have to build it over a time. Okay, but at least the documents that can be modeled, okay, they can be written in such a way that it shows that your profile is very strong. So this is other way. The document should be written in such a way that it shows that your profile is very strong. Even if it is slightly weak or medium level, not that strong, you can try to model or write the documents in such a way, like the statement of purpose, LORs and everything, essays, that they feel that your profile is very strong. And this is again why you need to choose Talent Battle, because every student is going to get a unique document. The document would be tailor-made for that student itself. Okay, it won't be like the same document would be given to everyone. Okay, it would be tailor-made according to the life the student or the achievements the student has undertaken. Okay, every document is going to be unique. Okay, letter of recommendations which would be provided, they would be absolutely according to the what US, UK and other foreign countries like Canada want. Okay, the letter of recommendations which they prefer. Okay, the type of letter of recommendations, the LORs would be written in that format. There are like every university like sort of has a specific most of the universities have a specific requirement, like they want to see these and these qualities in a student. So that has to be mentioned in the letter of recommendation. You can't mention those in the SOP. Why? SOP is written by the student. So what the university thinks is that student is going to write anything over here. Okay. But letter of recommendation is written by the professor or the teacher. So if a teacher says that the student is punctual, student is very hardworking and everything, the university believes it. So we are expert at writing LORs which are very believable, and writing the LORs that what to write content in the LORs which is expected by the US, UK and Canadian universities. Okay, not just that, even Australian universities. So you, apart from that, with Talent Battle, you are going to get application portal filling. Okay, application filling help in every stage. Like right from you start filling your application form, whatever doubt you have, you just ask, immediately help or answer would be provided for you. Okay, we'll review your applications over there, and you can experience a smooth and hassle-free counseling process when it comes to Talent Battle. Fine. So this is why, I mean, you might choose Talent Battle. And there's another goodie. Okay, we have launched a free profile evaluation or university shortlisting service. Link of it is given in the description of the video. Okay, you can go to the link, you can fill in the details, and you can get free profile evaluation or university shortlisting service. Okay, for this, okay, we'll suggest you around about like 5 to 6 universities or 4 to 5 universities based on your profile in US or UK or Canada. Okay, based on the masters which you want to do, which are suitable for your profile, where you might get an admit. Okay, so this, please avail this free profile evaluation service, university shortlisting service. You can let your friends and family know about the service. You can pass on the link to them. Those who are in need, you can let them know. Okay, so this is it. If you have any doubts, we are open to taking doubts over here. Okay, there's a doubt that, sir, can you give GRE exam after diploma? Like I said, GRE exam can only be given after the bachelor's. Okay, it can be given only after bachelor's. After diploma or 12th standard, you can give the SAT exam. Okay, by which SAT exam, by which you are going to get admitted to the bachelor's program in outside India. Okay. Okay, we'll be stopping the session. Okay, no more doubts are there. So we'll be stopping the session today. Thank you so much for attending the session. Okay, it was nice talking to all of you.